Look at my eyes. You see them? They're blinking. You know why? Because I'm trying to process the absolute grade A, unadulterated fuckery that is Lebanon. You got a country, right? Official flag, official seat at the UN, official dudes in suits. That's the government. But then, inside the house, under the same goddamn roof, you got Hezbollah, a fucking shadow empire. It's like you're living in your house, you pay the mortgage, you mow the lawn. But there's a guy named Mustafa living in your basement. Mustafa doesn't pay rent. Mustafa has a goddamn surface-to-air missile battery. And every time the cops knock on your door to ask about the noise, Mustafa yells from the basement, "Tell him to fuck off or I'll blow up the neighborhood." And what do? You smile and tell the cops, everything's fine. Mustafa just expressive. Can you imagine that shit? Imagine if the goddamn Waffle House decided they were done just flipping hash browns. Imagine if the CEO of Waffle House said, you know what, we're keeping this, keeping the syrup, but we're also buying a fleet of Apache helicopters. And if the governor of Georgia says boo, we're gonna level Atlanta. You'd have a private army of guys in paper hats and yellow aprons running a state within a state. That ain't a country. That's a hostage situation with a breakfast menu. And don't get me started on the Iranians. They're the ultimate sugar daddy of chaos. They're sitting back in Tehran looking at Lebanon with these blunt, cold as ice eyes and just funneling cash and rockets like they're feeding a stray dog they trained to bite the neighbors. They're like a guy who walks into your birthday party, takes a dump on the cake, looks you dead in the eye, and says, "That was me. What are you gonna do? My cousin's got a nuke." So how does Lebanon stop being a punchline and start being a player? It's simple, but simple doesn't mean easy. You don't negotiate with a parasite. Lebanon's gotta undergo a total 100% scorched earth political exorcism. They gotta wake up, look in the mirror. You want Hezbollah out, you gotta cut the umbilical cord to Tehran with a rusty hacksaw. The people, they gotta stop being Shia or Sunni or Christian for 5 goddamn minutes and start being the guys who are tired of being blown up. You kick the basement door in, you throw Mustafa's missiles onto the sidewalk, and you tell Iran, the party's over, move your shit to the curb. Until they do that, until they decide that having one army is better than having two, one of which doesn't listen to you, Lebanon is just a beautiful car with 2 different guys fighting over the steering wheel while it's headed straight for a brick wall.